Nobody knows how long the Nile is. Not roughly. The two figures in ordinary use differ by more than 400 kilometers. Fifth is the Paraná, 4,880 kilometers in South America. It runs from southern Brazil down between Paraguay and Argentina. Halfway along it, the Itaipu Dam produces more electricity than almost any other power station on Earth. And then the Paraná does something worth noticing. It never reaches the sea. It meets the Uruguay River, and the two together become the Rio de la Plata. A different name for the last 300 kilometers to the Atlantic. So does the Paraná end where the name ends, or where the water does? Hold on to that question, it is the whole video. Fourth, the Yellow River, 5,464 kilometers, entirely inside China. It is named for what it carries: silt off the Les Plateau in quantities no other river matches. That silt settles and the riverbed rises. In places, the river now runs above the plain around it, held in by its own banks. When those banks fail, the water does not return to the channel. It finds a new one. The Yellow River has emptied into the sea at points hundreds of kilometers apart. Sometimes north of the Shandong Peninsula, sometimes south of it. Its length is not only a question of where you measure, it is a question of when. Third is the Yangtze, 6,300 kilometers. It begins on the Tibetan Plateau and ends at Shanghai. And it is the longest river on Earth that flows through only one country. Every other river on this list is shared, argued over, and named differently on each bank. In Chinese, it is simply Changjiang, the Long River. It carries the Three Gorges Dam, the largest power station ever built. And until very recently, it held something found nowhere else on Earth. The Beiji, a freshwater dolphin that lived only in this river. In late 2006, a 6-week survey went looking for one and found none at all. It was declared functionally extinct that December. Now count the lengths recorded for each river on this list. The Yangtze has one, the Yellow River has one, the Paraná has one. The Nile has 2 recorded lengths, the Amazon has 5. Which is exactly the 2 rivers that have spent a century trading first place. Second then, the Amazon, 6,400 kilometers, the recognized figure. 6,400, 6,436, 6,800. 6,992, and one far shorter figure that must be measuring some other stretch entirely. By volume, there is no argument at all. The Amazon carries about a fifth of all the water rivers deliver to the sea. More than the next several rivers on Earth put together. But length is not volume, and length keeps moving. For most of a century, the Amazon's source was a stream on Nevado Mismay, in the Peruvian Andes. In 2014, a survey traced a more distant one, on the Mantaro, and the river got longer. Not one drop of water changed course, the definition moved. And first, by the figure this ranking uses, the Nile, 6,650 kilometers. That number runs from Lake Victoria to the Mediterranean, and it is the one most sources have used for decades. Now look up the Nile today, and you will very often be told 7,088. 438 kilometers longer, the same river. That figure was measured in 2009, by satellite, along the center of the channel. And it does not start at Lake Victoria. It starts at a stream in Nyungwe Forest, in Rwanda, that feeds a river that feeds the lake. Neither number is a mistake. They are answers to different questions. Because a river has no single beginning, it has thousands. Every gully on every hillside in the basin feeds it. Choosing one of them as the source is a decision, and people keep making it differently. Which is why the top of this list is not settled. Take the Amazon at its longest and the Nile at its shortest, and the Amazon wins by more than 300 kilometers. Take them the other way round, and the Nile wins by almost 700. A mountain has a summit. A river only has an argument about where it starts. Lengths from Wikidata, taking each river's preferred figure. Courses from Natural Earth.